my first time, so please bear with me. Started a little bit by myself. This is my wife. This is her first time in the school, so please make sure she feel like she's at home. I'd just like to thank you. I'd like to thank the community so much for the warm welcome, embracing me with open arms. The kids buying right in. It's been a lot in 3 days. We had college coaches come in today, and we already started a recruiting process for next year and the years to come. But I just wanted you guys to know a little bit about myself. I'm from Durham, played in North Carolina Central, won the CIAA championship, Black College National Championship there, inducted into the Schools Hall of Fame in 2013. That's why I met my wife. She's a cheerleader. After that, I started coaching ball, as you know, and I started at Northern Van, a town similar to this one. And that's what really brought me back here, because that was really like my best coaching experience as far as the community, the playing, the students, all combined. I had some stops in Durham at Hillside and Riverside, but for the most part, my success was at Neal, as we all know. And I had a great time at Neal, but there's no place like Northwood. Walking in, you can just feel it. Coach did his homework on me, and it's good to be wanted. It's good to be wanted, and I definitely felt that. And I definitely want your kids. I definitely want your kids. They have been working so hard already, and they're just biting at the chops to start, and it hasn't been easy for them. I can tell you that. It's gonna be a tough ride. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fast, and it's gonna be serious. Just buckle up. As far as my coaching philosophy, we're gonna be a hard-nosed football team. We're gonna make sure we give it all we got. If there's 11 kids, if there's 111, on Friday night, you can expect guys running on and off the field. You can expect when you leave, the teams that there was a hard-nosed football team. Win, lose, or draw. We're going to play till the whistle ends. How do we do that? Well, we start February 1st. We start February 1st, then after school, and the guys that's not involved in sports right now, we will have a good time in the strength and conditioning program. We'll do that from February 1st to February 13th, where we want to funnel all our kids into the track program. Why track? I know some of my big guys are like, why track? Well, we got to deal with the track coach. Well, he's going to share some of the players, some of the practice time with them. That way we can get some install in and get ahead of the curve. We start that process to go right into our 7-on-7 season. We're going to be a part of the NYFO. Mr. Winstead has been good for me. He's going to let all our players play for $100 with the uniform, the insurance, and the membership fee. If you want to add shorts, it's $120. They'll play on Saturdays for 1 hour. The schedules come out weekly, and they'll be playing under Carolina Checkmate. They won't be playing under Northwood's team until we get out of school. Once we get out of school, we'll start spring ball the last 10 days of school that's allowed for exams, where we can put on pads and helmets, and we can throw it up a little bit. We'll do that in the middle of May. I had given you the February calendar. Each month I'll give out a new calendar. With COVID and things changing so much, I didn't want to give you a 5-month calendar at one time. So what we'll do is after spring ball, we'll have tutoring for exams the last 10 days of school, making sure our kids are ready for the end of the year strong. That goes right into our leadership campus, college 7-on-7. We want to attend about 3 college 7-on-7s. Elon, UNC, NC State. We will attend those as Northwood football team. At that time, we can be a football team to compete as a football team. So, leaving 707, we'll have morning practices this summer, except for 1 week where we have our youth camp, and that's June 20th. We'll be practicing in the afternoons because our kids will have to be chaperones for the youth camp. Other than that, one thing that I do want to make sure that we drive home tonight is that we get parents signed up for the fundraising at UNC concession. That drives the program. The first day of class, I told the kids, my first day I just noticed it was a lot of mediocrity. Everybody was okay with average, you know. And I said, from now on, everything we do is going to be a championship quality, championship mentality, everything. The way you come to my class, the way you leave my class, everything is championship quality. I don't care if you're a football player or not. And so we've been living by that. I was reminded by that today when we were supposed to have the kids out for kickball for class, and I told the kids it was too cold. And one of the kids told me, he said, Coach, what happened to championship mentality? I said, you know what, you're right. Let's go play kickball. All right? And so everything we do is going to be a championship quality, everything. And to do that, we have to have the funds and the fundraisers. We're only asking for 4 parents 2 different times. We have over 60 kids in the program. We want to get as many parents signed up as 8 parents out of 60. Signed up for the UNC concession to make sure we got things with championship quality. Some of the things I noticed, I want to upgrade the field house, locker room. I want the kids to feel comfortable taking a shower there before and after practice. We know that those practices can be gruesome and they're going to be long, and so we want to make sure they feel right at home. We want to make sure that we get new uniforms. Coach been on me about ordering new uniforms. I was trying to get the workout together. He's on me about the uniforms, so we got to get new uniforms in, and everything's going to be championship quality. I mean, they took some time to make, and they're going to look like champions. When they put them on, they're going to look like champions. When we get the field, we're going to play like champions. When we hit the weight room, we're going to lift like champions. When in the classroom, we're going to work like champions. And to do that, I've also partnered with UNC. We have some volunteers, tutors coming Monday through Friday, starting February 1st. Once you sign up today, I'm going to the data manager first thing in the morning, and I'm pulling everybody's grades. If you anything under C, you'll be mandatory tutoring. As you look at the calendar, after February 13th, practices start at 4:20 instead of 3:20. The first hour is mandatory study hall if you're not passing. Okay? There's no need to talk about the fall if we don't finish in the spring. And we got to finish like champions. I know it's far to see right now. 4-16, all right, school never won a state championship in school history. I know it's far to see. But for me, we're right there. We're right there. We got everything we needed to do. Everything. I see it every day. We got to come together, and the parents are a vital piece of that team. If you got to come home and tell him to take that trash to the driveway, we got a problem. And I need to know about that part of it too. Because you can't just come be the best student and the best football player and go home and disobey your parents. And so it's a 3-strand cord. Okay, we got to make sure we come together and do what's best for the kids every time at a championship quality. Okay, I can come halfway. I can use the weightlifting time as a PE period instead of being like champions. But everything we do, we want to embody like champions. They'll tell you, coming through the ladder in PE class, you can start to hear the leaders in the front saying, no, that's not it, you got to go back. It's close. It's very, very close. But we need you, we need your support, we need your love, all right? And most importantly, I need your kids, all right? Do not let them quit. It's going to be different. Not to say it's going to be harder, not to say it's not, but everything different builds this conference. And so I just ask for your support to continue to push them through everything, and know that Coach Kenan and his coaching staff is going to always do things out of love. And I never ask you to do anything with your kids that I wouldn't do with mine. Trying to make sure I got everything. Make sure you, the kids pack a snack. If they're in my weightlifting class, or once we start at first, they need a snack in between the days. I'm working on trying to get them some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches from the cash, some extra milk. We got to get the guys bigger, faster, and stronger immediately. Please make sure if you haven't registered for sign in today, I need everyone to sign in because I need to pull the kids' grades tomorrow. We are going to have a community day. We're brainstorming about a community day. If any of you parents would like to volunteer for that, please reach out to Coach Vernon. We want to make sure that we get the younger kids, celebrate them, the end of the year success. It's been a tough year for all kids with COVID and everything going on. We want to get them out, have some bouncy houses, get their face painted, maybe dunk Coach Vernon or something. And if that's all, I think that's all I have for you tonight. Please be on the lookout for the next month's calendar. An email, we want to get in a group email or a phone number, a text, a talking points app. I promise not to text you too much. Don't like to do a lot of talking, as you can tell. So, like I said, ECU, E-Line, NC State, UNC, 707 camp. And that's all I have for you. I'd like to open it up for any questions.
Coach, as a college player, what did you learn, or what were the most important lessons you learned playing college ball that has helped you in life and that will help you in this job?
Never give up. Never give up. That's what I'll say.
When you say never give up, that can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different folks. What's that mean to you?
I mean, adversity is going to come on and off the football field. You got to hit it head on every time. You can't tuck your tail. You got to do your best, put your best foot forward, and don't flinch.
I got another question that no one else is going to ask him. You mentioned your wife was a cheerleader. Did you meet her in college? And ma'am, you don't have to say anything because I want to see if his story matches your story. How'd you first meet her?
We stayed in the same dorm. We stayed in the same freshman dorm. I'll say we just had a party one night, and I had enough courage to ask for a number.
And did she say, give me your number, or did she play hard to get?
Nah.
I thought you said never give up.
I wouldn't have either way. Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
So, can you tell us more about what a 707 camp is for those of us who are unfamiliar?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. So 707 is a passing lead. It's a period of practice we use to get better on with skill positions and defensive skill positions. And so what we do is we use that time and take the big guys out to teach coverages and passing concepts. And so people have used that to turn it into camp and a way to get on college campuses and also to get better. So we're going to use it both ways. We're going to use it to get on college campuses and compete with other high school teams. And we also want to use it during the spring period as a development period to teach these kids to stand up and get in these type of stances versus what they may have been used to previously. It's important that we get on it early. Everything's about timing and reps. Coach gonna get his reps.
You say this is gonna start in the spring, so they'll be doing this during the spring?
They were gonna start February 1st.
Yeah, for the practices, but you said Saturday game?
Saturday, yeah, the spring 707, and I think the registration ends March 6th. Okay, registration ends March 6th. You can bring it into the school and we'll just sign up as one big team. Anyone else?
In regards to playing like other sports, there's a lot of club stuff that a lot of kids do. You know, just want student athletes to go up to you and say, hey, this is my plan, and, you know, blah, 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 just so you know that they're not gassing you off, or.
Yes, sir. So we encourage kids to play other sports, and we know summertime is big for us. We try to get in the mornings to get out of everybody's way, and school is closed on Friday, so the weekend as well, we get out the way. Practices here are mandatory, and it'll be up to the player to make up for his absence and his development. We encourage him to be here at all times. We do anything we can in reason to get him here. But we do understand sometimes conflict arises.
Well, others are here Monday through Friday, your practices, but if they've got, say, cross tournaments on the weekend, out of state, stuff like that, as long as they're communicating with you, that's not a problem.
I can't hear you, sir.
I said, so as long as they're here practicing Monday through Friday, you know, doing what they need to do, but if there's stuff that comes up on Saturday, like lacrosse tournaments that are out of state, as long as they communicate that with you in advance, that won't be held against them.
No, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You mean like missing a 7-on-7?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, sir.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Can you talk a little bit more about how you're going to incorporate them into the track season?
So Coach Eisenhower was nice enough to, so we want everybody you see here, we want to play on the track team. And when they have practices, we'll split the practices in half. And that way we can develop for the 7-on-7 period. When they have games, of course, they will go to the game and compete for Northwood. Sir?
Do you have a plan for the rising ninth graders, how to get this information to them?
I'm at the game tomorrow, Horton versus Pollard. I'll be there at 4:30. Please speak if you see me. I'm trying to get my way around town and get familiar. So other than that, get it out, and then Coach is going to set up me time to go speak with Horton as well. So it's very, very vital that we get the younger guys into the 7-on-7 because we're going to have a 10U age group, a 13U age group, which will be our middle school age group, a 15U age group, which will be our JV, and then the 18U age group, which will be our varsity. That's how you compete on spring 7-on-7. Like club 7-on-7, it's broken down like AAU basketball. Anyone else? Players? Mason, was that you said you didn't want to run track?
I'm too fast for track, actually.
Well, I want to, Cameron has a question.
When you said track, do you mean track and field or just track?
Track and field.
Okay.
Cam, we're not gonna do that to you.
Okay, so for the big guys, we could
You gotta
get
run.
more field for them?
Yeah, you gonna throw. Yeah.
So, does that like include the meets?
Me too.
Try this, just go like
All right, well, we want to thank everybody for coming. If you want, we got a basketball game going on too, but feel free to stick around, introduce yourself to coaches individually, and thank you guys for coming out. And gentlemen, thank you for coming tonight. But next week we'll get started. Thank you.